Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of All Campaign 18 Week 1, Day 6, and it's Easter weekend, almost Easter tomorrow, depending on your time zone. Already is Easter, happy Easter. But anyways, but yeah, today's mostly going to be a cleanup day, as, maybe a little bit of a shorter stream though. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be normal length, as, we do have Easter tomorrow, so I do want to get to bed at a little bit more of a reasonable time, even though I will probably still not get to bed at a reasonable time. Something will still happen, I'm pretty sure. My sleep schedule has been so messed up lately. But anyways, but yeah, today's mostly just a cleanup day on events. Obviously finishing up Bounty Hunter, finishing up Underspire, finishing up pretty much everything. And just doing, you know, all the standard stuff we would normally end up doing from a day-to-day basis, as far as getting them all done. Where should we start? Let's go check. Does the guild still need help with Journey? Let's, hope not. No, they do. Today should be the last day we need to do it, though. So let's go do our contribution. Thankfully, we have some people ultra carrying us all the way at the top there, which is greatly appreciated. I think on average, we should have about, what, 10-ish thousand points? We actually lost a Valraven, so our points are going to be a little bit lower this time around, but let's at least get today's battles in, if nothing else. We're still using a pretty similar team. We're using Doomed Volge, which I completely forgot to mention in the Monday video, but we have switched over to Doomed Volge. Still using the Fairy Fire off of Queen Tanya, though. It is very valuable as far as all the extra damage we can end up getting down. Even if we're not necessarily even casting her, oddly enough, we're actually using her almost exclusively for her Fairy Fire. And even if it does die off, it's just extra damage that's dying off. It's not like anything important to the team is really dying, other than the fact that we're getting slightly less gem spawn from our purple weapon. But that's what the other purple thing is for, because he'll still maintain at least a good majority of his. Because one of the only good things about this thing creating less gems is that per def you have, you're also losing less gems. So even though it gains less of a benefit, it is also getting less of a downside per def compared to before. Whereas before, when you'd have a def, you'd lose 3 of your gem spawns, whereas now you only lose 2, which is, you know, you're still losing some. But it's a less of a loss. It's still not good, but it's less bad. Anyways, also hello everyone, by the way, welcome, welcome. Say all the hellos in a moment. Just trying to figure out what we need here. I'm trying to resummon. What I'm trying to do is convert green into extra turn without clicking purple. And I do not see that anywhere on this board because... Oh, no, it's right there. I was going to say, there has to be somewhere. It sure looks like there's somewhere. There it is. Green's hiding on us. But anyways, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Bill. Hello, Bill Warhammer. Hello, Gadralis. Let's see. Hello, Michael. Hello, Crisp. Hello, Mark. Hello, Frank. Hello, Draco. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all you've been having a wonderful weekend. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday tomorrow if you celebrate. Or technically today, depending on time zone. I will take that over. Grab... also, we will have a special Easter pet to hand out tomorrow night. Unfortunately, it's last year's Easter pet, so a lot more people than normal will have it. But one thing I know for sure is a lot of you probably don't have last year's Easter pet max. So even if you do have a copy of it, hey, another copy towards maxing it, I guess. Could save you a pet orb in the long run. Okay, we'll throw that one down. Grab our other pokety-poke. All those being fairy fired is really solid. Look for it again. One more. And that should be a match. Oh, hello, Isabel. Hello, Draco. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, what do we need here? Oh, no, my 5 times blue. That's the only bad thing about Explode at start of battle. Whenever your turn is, it just gets completely destroyed by the time it actually does the explode. You don't really get to see in advance what your turn's going to be, but it's not that big a deal as long as you use enough mana accumulation. It's definitely more of a benefit than a downside, that's for sure. But it can still be a downside in that regard. Now throw that down again. Honestly, Fairy Fire has been carrying this event. It's actually making this Journey Troop seem like it's doing damage for once. Like, obviously, it has double magic, so obviously he's doing way more damage than he normally would. But double magic on the 50% extra damage? That's a lot of damage. It actually makes the Journey Troop feel like it's not nerfed somehow. As I keep forgetting, I need to not target purple enemies. I don't think I have been for the most part, but we do gain more gem spawn from purple enemies as well. Not for our Mystic guy, but for our Doomed Volge there. Does benefit from purple enemies as well as allies. I'm gonna go for him just to see if we can poke him down. Okay, that's enough mana. That should be fine. And even if that misses, doesn't even matter because we get over mana there. Go for it again. Go for it again, again. Go for it again, again, again. And that would be a match. If he'll ever let me do another turn. Alright, we have our little thing over there. There's a blue over there. Honestly, I feel tempted to take this blue. Just because of the cascade that is involved with it. So hello, Bill. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you were AFK? That's a lot of hellos at the beginning. Welcome, welcome. Always the big introduction. I will throw that one down. Assume you have like a whole copy-paste list at this point. That just keeps getting longer. Yeah, my sleep schedule's still been just as messed up since the hour shift as ever. Hasn't really changed. Nor will it change tomorrow. Honestly, I'll be lucky if it starts getting back to normal by like Tuesday of next week. Okay, where's our Valraven? We should have one more. There it is. I was gonna say. We're gonna get gypped 2 Valravens, but no, we only got gypped 1 Valraven. The one Valraven we did lose was our fault. I can't remember how we lost it, but we did lose it on one of the fights this week. We just got a lot of yellow very quickly, and then it died. Or it ran, which, you know, same difference. And apparently the runaway glitch has been fixed. Not sure when it got fixed, in 7.3 or 7.31. They did that little mini patch. That mini patch was mostly addressing PvP, of course. But sometime in between all that, they did fix the Valraven running away glitch, so they do actually run away properly now. Unlike before for a little while. They were kind of messed up ever since the terror mechanic. But they do seem to be working correctly, at least some of the time. At least for the one that ran away for us. It was working perfectly fine to run away correctly. Oh, we just lost a troop there. That's actually not ideal at all. We're going to lose a lot of points in this fight, actually. It doesn't help that he's getting a billion extra turns, though that would make sense because he is a pure goblin team. Oh, she's Blessed Gems did something. I feel like I have not gotten any value from them this week. Man, I say this week because it's, you know, the first week that we've had the effect. We might actually lose this fight. This might be the first battle we actually just lose. Okay, we'll take that one over. Hasn't happened in this event for a while. But that'll happen when journey troops get nerfed into the ground. At least the level skilling's not as bad, but doesn't really fix much. Honestly, I feel like I barely even noticed the level scaling difference. I don't know, have any of you guys really noticed the slightly different level scaling for gosh, game mode that we're playing right now? For Journey event? Too many game modes. Because I have not noticed that much of a difference. Obviously, once you get deeper, it's the same fights regardless. It just gets there slightly slower. Like before, we would have been at this kind of fight by like Thursday or Friday. But now it took us until Saturday to reach it. Alright, I would love if any of those ever did anything. I just feel like we miss every time. Alright, something needs to die here. Something else needs to go get full mana, like our last slot. Thank you, that's what we need. Because we can actually get full boost ratio from that, because this doesn't count as a Mystic, but it does count as a purple. So we're getting full benefit from Dune Volge, but not do full benefit from Helping Hand right now. Or from, I should say, the Cartographer. Oh, big miss right there. I guess we could Spirit Fox it down. Really don't want to have to Spirit Fox right now, but if we have to, we definitely will, obviously. Man, there's enough damage. Let me just take that into Doomed Volge. And somehow nothing died, but we're definitely going to lose maximum points for how many turns that took. That was a really 180 on the fight. Seems so close to losing, and then by the end, it was actually perfectly fine. Surprisingly. Man, anything we can do with all this mess? Not really. I'm just going to take a purple. Get all that going. We'll do whatever. Enough we could do there. That's also going to do nothing. We'll take a purple. Go poke us. Wow, that's so much damage. 2-shot. Alright, we'll go for purple. I actually need last slot to get full mana, oddly enough. I can do that guaranteed by passing my turn. I actually want that just to do this. Get a meat shield in there, get all of its mana going. Take a skull poke. And then we can go down this route. Also, that guy has 100% resummon, so I should be going for him first. No, he just web doomed Volge. I don't think we even have we don't have anti-cleanse. Like, we have no way to get rid of that. So I guess we're just casting the Journey Troop and testing how awful it is. No. Honestly, since the rework on it, like the 1 higher mana cost, it's not as bad. Especially if we got into Shiny level 2, but it's really not worth getting it to Shiny level 2 every week. Or even this week, or any week. But, I don't know. It's still okay. It's definitely an improvement compared to before. So I need to stop hitting the purple guy. Not really getting much of a benefit from that. Also, hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Chad. Welcome, welcome. You've noticed it. Just a few more tweaks, and it'll be tolerable. Yeah, it still needs more tweaks. I think it's the bottom line. Like, it's better, but not better enough, is how I would describe Journey Event. It's not as bad as its peak worstness, but it still needs quite a bit of adjusting. It is better. It is noticeably better. But this is also a pretty biased week because we have access to Doomed Volge. Like, what about a week where we don't have access to something that's basically pre-nerf Journey Troop? Oh no, he just killed my resummoner. How am I supposed to resummon now? That was my resummon. Oh no. Whatever shall we do? Also, my main damage sources got entangled. I mean, webbed. I will take the other one. Also, stop hitting the guy you can do 2 times damage to. That's not nice. You should just mana drain it. Actually, I can't. It's a fairy. I mean, it's a elf. All elves in this game have immune to mana drain through some means of trait. They all have slightly different ones depending on what kind of elf they are. This is still winnable, though our gem spawn's going to be horrific. Not like they weren't already. Are we going to solo this? This is 1 Journey Troop, because we're about to head to that point. We're just about to be a single Journey Troop against the team. So we've gotten enough value at this point that I think we're fine. A Skull Poke would be great right now. I really need that to die out before we die out. Don't do it. Don't do it. You did it. You did the thing. This is very problematic. I very need a Skull Poke through some kind of weird means. That will do it. Oh no, he actually got 25% resummon. That's not good. We guarantee would have won if he didn't get that. Oh, him getting a re-web there is awful. I think we actually lose to the resummon of all things. Because he'd be 1 shot right now to his skull if he didn't get resummoned. Because we would have hit him with 99 and then 1 more 99 would have killed him. But the 25% resummon might have actually just made us lose. We might have actually lost to 25%. Still winnable, but he's about to get full mana. That's almost going to kill us. There's a chance to insta-kill. If he even re-webs us once, we auto-die. 1 skull kills us as well, so we have to hit him with like 3 skulls before he hits us with 1. Though at this rate, we're working pretty decently towards it. Okay, I think I have to let him hit us here. And then just hope we can loop like crazy into the next turn. Okay, we kill first slot. Hope we get skull, and then hope we get enough mana to win. Did any of those things happen? No. But if we just get full mana here, we're in a pretty good position. I think I have to deny him a purple here, unfortunately. As much as I want to take yellow. Oh, for yellow. Alright, what do we do here? I need skull. I need to just take the skull and then poke him, and hope he doesn't get skull here. Though it's very unlikely at this point. I think we won. We just do that, he does something. As long as he does an extra turn, we're fine. And then boom, dead. What a weird fight, but I'll take it. Win's a win. Maximum point loss there. Like, quite literally maximum. We only had 1 troop left and did the maximum number of turns, probably. But hey, it's better than a loss. I'll take it. There we go. Oh, we can claim the other reward, too. For a minion orb. And then final one, is a major orb and some shiny keys tomorrow. On Easter. Anyways, on to the next game mode. What should we go complete out next? We're still Bounty Hunter. We're still Underspire. Let's do Bounty Hunter next. So for Bounty Hunter, we've been doing a 4-team the whole time. You don't have to use Stellarix. Actually, we didn't even use Stellarix last week. We were using Tesla for it. But this time around, we are going for the all-in Stellarix build. It might seem like we're running the same build as always, but it's actually the first time I've ran Stellarix for Bounty Hunter, surprisingly. It might not seem like that, since it feels like every single day we run this troop. But this is actually the first time ever we have ever ran Stellarix for Bounty. And it's about as broken as you would think it is. But you can run Tesla, you can run Diamantina, you can run pretty much anything there. It doesn't have to be Stellaryx. Reason we're running 4 is just a little bit quicker. We bought 1 tier earlier, 1 tier deeper, and going to just... Did we just get back-to-back Valraven? I was saying earlier that we needed to get 3 Valravens, but at this rate, yeah, we're definitely going to get 3. How did that even happen? Like, I knew we were due for 1, but, were we due for 2? We literally started at 4 a couple battles ago. We're already up to 6 now. Obviously, that's going to go down. I only need to find 1 more Valraven and 6 more fights, and we will have Bounty Hunter completed today, which should happen. I was slightly skeptical that we'd find 3 Valravens today, but after that, yeah, we're 100% going to find 3 Valravens today. It'd be more skeptical that we wouldn't at this point. It's very likely we'll find it within 6 fights. Nearly guaranteed. So what am I doing? I should have taken the other thing to get mana the following turn. Also, I could just do green. I keep forgetting. I have 2 things that create green. Which, aside from feeding into Ogress, of course, also feed it into Stellaryx, as it uses everything in the game. Other than Skulls. I guess it technically uses Skulls, too. It gains a benefit when you take Skulls. So not only does it use every color, but if you take Skulls, you gain 1 to all stats. So, yeah, it does use everything. I will take that over. Get our mana. If you could just magically reach full, that'd be great. Okay, we'll have to cast for it. Also perfectly fine, because it doesn't even matter. He just kills them anyways. Alright, where's our final Valraven? It doesn't really matter if we get it or not, but we should. If we get it tomorrow, then we just finish it tomorrow. But there it is. This is the final Valraven. And that means Bounty Hunter is completed tonight. Which means we don't have to worry about it at all on Easter tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow, probably hand out like 2-3 different codes. One will be the Easter code, and I'll probably open a ton of Vault Keys. And hand out the extra ones when we get shiny loots within the Vault Key drop table. And just finish out all the weekly stuff. Though I think by then we should have pretty much every weekly done. Because we're finishing Bounty Hunter right now. The Journey event will be finished by the guild by the time we stream tomorrow night. Underspire should likely be finished tonight, or have so little to have to do tomorrow other than just dead end rooms. And yeah, that'll just be everything then. So work out perfectly, eh? They already pretty much have everything planned for tomorrow. Should be a pretty fun holiday. Easter's generally a pretty chill holiday. Honestly, it feels a lot like Christmas a lot of times. Just with less gifts going around. But I feel like the food, the kind of sentiments and everything else for Easter is generally pretty similar. As well as the kind of family I would normally see for Christmas is also kind of the same I would see for Easter. But not quite the same I would see for Thanksgiving. Yeah, we'll take that one over. Or some other similar holiday. I will throw that one down. Yep, happy Easter, everyone. Soon TM, or currently, if you're depending on time zone. Also, this is exactly enough battles if we don't get a Valraven here, which I find really funny. We mentioned yesterday that it'll take 10 fights, and we had exactly 10 fights today. So Math worked out exactly on the dot for Saturday completion. But there we go. Bounty Hunter completed. Don't even need to touch tomorrow's fights. It did cost us an extra tier, but doing that extra tier also saved us a blue orb. So it's not like it was completely valueless. And our 2 majors, I guess we're okay. Major Orb of Forging, which I don't think I need any more of. Or barely do if I need. Honestly, I should go upgrade all my Doom weapons already. Because I'm pretty sure I'm at the point I have enough Orbs of Forging to do so. Between the major ones and minor ones. And of course a Major Orb of Clans, which I personally don't really need these days, but it does have approximately 675 gem value. That can really only be used towards getting mythics. But hey, new mythic next week. Next Friday. I don't think it was any good. Last I recall, it's pretty underwhelming. But we are indeed getting a new mythic next Friday, as is the first Friday of the month. As tomorrow is the last day of the month. But anyways, let's go clear some other dailies. Actually, we even are our task today. Complete a dungeon run. I was literally about to go do that. How convenient. Oh, good. All those are done without having to go out of our way. Love to see it. Top 3? No. Stun immediately. We don't have luck tonight. I'm not going to bother hitting the other ones in case we get something absurd. I'm just going to kill it out with Stellaryx because stun doesn't really matter. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Stun actually matters a lot. We don't get to create 3 gems at the start of every turn, so that's kind of bad, actually. It basically makes it pointless to have 3 Takshakas. I might even need to go change my team. Because this team is actually pointless when we're stunned. Because the whole premise of this team is triple Takshaka into mana accumulation. But if all three of them can't do anything, then it's basically Stellarix with nothing. With 3 nothings. But hey, one of them got cleansed. Maybe more of them will. I can't even set Orpheus Metal to try to cleanse it, because when you're stunned, on-trigger metals don't trigger. And currently only one of them, ironically, is that way. And it's the cleanse metal, which is the most ironic thing to happen, because not only is it the only one that can be stunned, but of the trait stones, or, you know, of the metals that you can have set. But also, because it's the only active one, it's also the cleanse one. So naturally you'd be like, oh, I'm stunned. I should go set the cleanse metal to go and counter it. But it actually stuns out the cleanse on the cleanse metal. I mean, you cannot actually use it to get rid of the status effect. Despite it, you know, being the purpose of doing so, to a sense. Well, that's not too big a deal. Give it a couple turns, all get cleansed. We could do some counterplay on the team, but it's not really that needed. We're fine without it. It's not as bad as some of them. It's not as bad as, like, Silence Curse or something. Or Curse Silence. Actually, I honestly, I think the worst combination is 20% less stats in the Silence. I think is the absolute worst one. It can only happen on Yellow Day, I believe. But that is the absolute worst one. What day is Yellow Day? I don't remember. I want to say it's Thursday or Friday. I want to say Thursday. You didn't know that? What, the cleanse thing? Yeah, you can't use Orpheus to cleanse stun. It technically would trigger on all metals if they were like that. The only reason it only triggers on Orpheus is because every other metal currently in the game triggers at start of battle. But they essentially act like traits. So they can be stunned just the same way as traits are. But that doesn't apply to all the other ones because they apply at start of battle. And you can't stun anything that applies at start of battle. Making it the only stunnable metal in the game. Oh, good. Good thing I didn't take that. We would have been curse stunned. Not like that would have made that much. Actually, that would have made a big difference. That means we would have been stunned for twice as long. Which would be awful. Alright, we did that, we did that, we did that. What's next? We did that. All dailies are done here without even doing anything. Did we? Oh yeah, I Adventure Board today. If none of you have seen it yet, I'm pretty sure all of you have. But I haven't shown it yet on stream. It is gems, gems, and gems, if I recall correctly. Let's see. Yep, that's it. That is 135 gems, plus whatever you get for your daily, which is either 20 or 100. So in total, that is bare minimum 155 gems. What a nice little early Easter gift. Who knows, maybe we'll have one there for tomorrow. I'll still be getting 50 free gems from the holiday thingy thing on the calendar, so definitely make sure to claim that tomorrow. But beyond that, I'm not sure if we're getting anything special for Easter. I don't think we are. But hey, 50 gems is 50 gems. Yeah, Orpheus cleanse is stun. All you have to do is have one Orpheus on your team and take a yellow, and boom, you're good to go. Oh, you're talking about the metal. Yeah, something that isn't stunned can still be cleansed when something is stunned like that. But the thing that is actually stunned can't actually get cleansed of it. But yeah, it is rather ironic because technically the effect of it cleanses all status effects. But it doesn't trigger while stunned. Of course, one main way around that is just to have immunity to stun. Oh, what was Logic Sayer's question? Sorry, I didn't see it. How many tiers did you buy for Bounty Hunter? 5. Yeah, 5. It's 1 before max. So yeah, I believe it's 5. Let me just double check. Because I always forget what Bounty Hunter. Yeah, it's 5. It is completable with 4. Actually, I believe it's even completable with 3, but 3, it's a lot more time consuming. 4, it's not as time consuming. But you save like 300 gems. The big benefit of 5 is you can go super quick. And it saves you a blue orb, because for 4 you need 2 blue orbs. For 5 you only need 1 blue orb. So for 300 gems you save a blue orb, and you save like 20 to 30 minutes. Roughly, give or take. For the longest time I wasn't doing that, but honestly I value that time now. So we kinda just been doing it that way. Because I'd rather just grind out some of the other stuff that they have. rather than spend it on Bounty Hunter. Yeah, Bounty Hunter's really quick when we did it like that. I think we did it for a total of like 25 minutes across the whole weekend, maybe even less than that. Like, that's how long it took us to do the entirety of Bounty Hunter. Definitely under 30 minutes. Obviously, that was with Stellarix, but you don't need Stellarix to do similar. Like, even just something like Tesla is fine enough. Actually, the last Bounty Hunter, we did it with Tesla. Like, we did exactly what we did this week with Tesla. Though I think I did the tier 4 method, where you do the first 19 fights with 3, and then with the later fights you do with 4. Actually, no, last time I did do the 5 method. I was starting doing the 4 method, but then I decided, oh, I'll just go do the 5 method. But yeah, we did it all with Tesla last time. And this time we're doing it with Stellarix, or did it, I should say, because it's already done. Okay, let me go finish out Adventure Board. There's a lot of gems to be claimed. Highly advised taking them all. Very free 135 gems in like a few minutes. Who still saves blue orbs? Well, that's the other reason why I don't bother doing it that way anymore. Like, back in the day, saving a blue orb meant a lot more. In the current state of the game, saving a blue orb means basically nothing due to how vault events currently work. But back in the day, they mattered way, way, way more. Back before, like, the vault event buff, the vault key buffs, stuff like that. Because there were 2 buffs that, like, really made them a lot more common. The first was them increasing the rates of orbs in general when it comes to vault keys. And then the other one, of course, was Paloozas, which made the average amount of vault keys that you got on a vault weekend from like about a dozen to easily hundreds within the same amount of time. Which drastically devalued blue orbs. Since you basically earn, throughout the entire game, I would say you earn like 5 times as many now compared to what it was before. During a vault weekend, upwards of 10 times more. But of course, you're still getting blue orbs through things that aren't vault weekend. Speaking of which, I haven't even dipped into any of the vault keys yet. We'll be starting that tomorrow on Easter night. We'll start dipping into our vault keys, hand out some codes in between bigger loot, or during bigger loot. Because I haven't opened a single one since last vault weekend, a week ago. Obviously, if it was last weekend. You know what I mean. Alright, there we go. 135 gems claimed. And as every daily, except Underspire and PvP. Which one do we do next? I'll save Underspire for last. I could do some PvP. Also, once we have completed out everything, I'm probably going to call it for tonight, just because I do want to get to bed a little bit earlier tonight for Easter. But realistically, based on how long both of those 2 things are going to take, it's probably still going to be a normal length stream. I'm saying that as if it's actually going to take less time. But honestly, it's probably going to take the same amount of time. Let's go get a little bit of a magic buff. I think we had one on your yellow, right? I think we did. Right? Yellow one? Yeah, there we go. I'm going to grab this real quick with Stellarix. Go to Central Spire until we get our 3 Valhawks, or Val Ravens. I keep calling them Valhawks, but you know the difference. Or, I mean, Val Ravens, but they're Valhawks. Same difference. The thing that gives you 2 sigils when you kill it. Doesn't matter what they call it, it's doing the same thing. Yes, if you do the 4 method, you can be short as of today. I don't think the 4 method can ever have it completed today, but it will normally have it done by Sunday. Keep in mind, the 4 method, last I recall, can only skip until 19. You actually have to do the full battle from 20 onwards. Because the 4 method is, I'm not sure the exact point distribution, but last I recall, you have to, I don't know, can you do it the whole way on, for the 4? Because last I recall, you can only do it to 19. And then you have to start doing 4 again. In order to have enough points. Because that might be why you're a little short. That's something I'm forgetting. Because I've only done that a couple times. But I'm pretty sure for the 4 method, you can only skip to 19, then 20 onwards, you actually have to go back to using a team of 4. You can only quick skip the first 19 battles. Which still saves a lot of time. But then you have to go back to, like, Ogre's Tagraki and all that for the final several dozen. Well, when doing a tier 5, yeah, you can skip the whole time. And it'll 100% get you there by Sunday. And we'll generally get you there by Saturday. Which is why we were able to complete it today. And that's skipping the entire time, every single fight. And by skipping, I mean using a team of 3, not a team of 4. And of course, don't forget, if you are using a team of 3, you still have to use the bounty captain. You'll know you have enough multiplier if you have 24 times. 30 times is team of 4, 24 times is team of 3. You know, assuming everything's fully ascended. Well, which, unless a brand new player, you generally want to make sure you're fully ascended for bounty hunter. If you're doing, like, the whole thing. If you're just doing free battles, it doesn't matter as much. But if you're going for all rewards, all numbers are always based on fully ascended. Oh, so what's our Valhawk luck recently? Last night, wasn't that last night? I think it was our first time we ever got a triple in a row Valhawk. And I believe I'm looking at a double right now. Because those 5 monolith fights had a 0% chance of getting them. So this might be back-to-back day of triple. Come on, let's see it. Let's see it. No. Oh! No way! Really? 2 nights in a row, we just got triple Valhawk. Wow, we just 180'd our luck like crazy on Valhawks. But yeah, that's 2 days in a row with triple in a row. Oh, that's redeem code time. What is that luck? That is kind of crazy. But yeah, 2 nights in a row, we got triple Valhawk immediately. But there you guys go, enjoy. Very nice. Alright, well, we're done with that. Well, bye, PvP. Wow, look at the difference right here. I kind of want to go for second, but honestly, I'm pretty sure we're still second or even first with third. I know that doesn't make any sense, but because we're on other people's leaderboards and that thing's still glitched, there's still a good chance we get second or first place, even in third. So there's really no point in passing this. Maybe if we're like 1,000 or 2,000 away by tomorrow night, we'll consider it. But, I don't know. That only takes like 15 minutes. But we're probably already in first place, even in third, so... I don't know, we'll see. Because we're currently 742. The chance that we're in the top 1 or 2 of someone's bracket is pretty high. Anywhere's within, like, the top 1,000 you likely are. But anyways, alright, next. Since that was done so quickly, let's go finish out Underspire for the rest of the time, I guess. How many torches we have? I don't actually know. We're at the door of the final section. We'll definitely buy at least 50 today. Same as tomorrow night. But, looks like tomorrow we should be able to get a lot of dead-end scouting. Because we're going to run what? We'll run 12 today, 12 tomorrow. Regardless of how far we get. And I will definitely guarantee get through it, obviously. But, I mean that as in dead-end rooms. The quicker we get through it, obviously, the more we have to put towards dead-end rooms. Also, we are still running the double Zolgoth build. Mostly because there really isn't much else. We could be using the other dragon and try looping it. If you have to really go for desperation plays, there are some devour options in this place. And if you get even one devour, you auto-win, pretty much. It's only advised if you really have nothing to use. But honestly, just spam Zolgoth seems to be fine. The reason for 2 is our first Zolgoth is definitely going to die every time. We actually, by design, want him to die. As he's just blocking too much mana right now. It's actually more beneficial that he dies rather than stay alive. We only have him really for the first cast there. And everything beyond that, we actually need him to die out. Because it's more beneficial. Otherwise, he just blocks our mana for a little while. It's the same issue that a lot of high mana cost mythics have. It's not exclusive just to Zolgoth. It's one of the reasons why high mana cost tanks tend to be pretty bad mythics. Because you almost actively want them to die after their first cast. And then being so bulky makes it so they just keep blocking mana over and over again. Whereas Zolgoth's in a nice position where he can get a gigantic damage burst, immediately die so he's not blocking your mana anymore, and then simply go for another damage burst. It's one really nice benefit he has, is that he actually backfires damage, which can be seen as a bad thing in a lot of situations, but is also very beneficial. Like right now, I don't want to take mana because it's just going to get die on him. So we actually actively want him to get skulled out, and basically to set up the board to be better for our next turn. And then the following turn, ideally we'd go for Convert, though it does not seem to be any. We'll take a little bit of mana, get that rolling. A little short still. Blue or red, we don't have options. Purple, we don't have... Well, what is this board right now? Let him take that so we can take the extra turn into a summon. Good, a nice summon that barely blocks anything and gives us mana link. Even though it itself barely does anything, the fact that it's not really blocking us is more enough of a benefit. Alright, we'll Zolgoth you. So I should probably kill out the tank. Probably should have been the first thing we killed, but oh well. Shouldn't ultimately matter much. I'm not sure why I'm saving the 50% score reduction guy for last. He really should have been the first one I killed. I kind of forgot that thing even has 50% reduction. I know he's the tank for the kingdom, but I forgot he actually has score reduction, because some of the tanks for some of the factions don't actually have any score reduction at all. So he's one of them that does, unfortunately. Yeah, what's Zolgoth for that? We're saving for absolute last. The thing that should have been Zolgoth first will be the last thing we kill here. If only we got damage. Oh, you know what? There we go. We got damage. Is there a new Terra card added in the Vault Keys? No, I don't think so yet. We did have the Terra card from last campaign, but I don't think that's in Drop Table quite yet. I'm not 100% certain on that, but last I recall, it is not in Drop Table. I believe both of these are dead end, but that's not going to stop me from going both directions. But hello, Gertralis. Hello, Dragor. Hello, Lester. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What do I need here? Do we have Convert? Why does it feel like this guy never has first turn Convert? I feel like whenever I use something, it never wants to have first turn Convert. We'll see it every other battle where we don't have it, but the second we actually use it, nope. I feel that way a lot when Mercy was first released. Like, anytime you didn't use Mercy, when Mercy was like the only Empower converter, you would always have the most perfect converter. I know it's just because you were just looking for it and it's like, oh yeah, there it is. But it's not actually happening more often. But it sure feels like it when you're paying that much attention to it directly. Alright, first Zolgoth dying before he could even cast. Not ideal at all. Definitely not what he's there for. Oh, Vashtagan's kind of interesting. Oddly enough, Vashtagan is a usable troop that we can use, and is a strategy you could go down. I personally haven't been using that strategy for this event, but one way that you could do that is you keep devouring the same troop over and over again, because it gets really bulky and keeps increasing how much damage he does. It's definitely a strategy that could go pretty far in this game mode. The reason I didn't end up doing it is I thought it would be too slow compared to like insta-kill Zolgoth and stuff. But it would be a perfectly viable method. It's just you have to cast them like 6-7 times, I think, maybe even more. Compared to casting Zolgoth like 2 or 3 just seems more convenient. But it's definitely a road you can go down. Though not one we opted for this time. But if you don't have like some of the other mythics or other options in general, definitely can be done. Also, this thing needs to summon before it dies, because I believe it is one-shot range, which is not ideal. Luckily, he's not really getting skulls, so in all fairness, anything we do will pretty much give him a skull. Alright, I'm going to go give him a skull so he can go kill us with it. There we go. He did not kill us yet, somehow. Hey, Mizmer! I remember when you were ever so briefly viable. There's actually a couple different metas where it's briefly viable. I think the funniest one is Sacrifice. Sacrifice is your troop that kills your last slot and gives a ton of magic across your entire team. There was actually a team when Mizmer first came out. I don't remember the exact comp, but it was basically Sacrifice, Hero Weapon, something, maybe Leprechaun or something, and then Mizmer. And the strategy was basically immediately cast Sacrifice, kill your Mizmer that gave you 5 to all stats to your entire team, and then get a ton of magic between the +5 from Mizmer and the Sacrifice bonus, and then just absolutely obliterate them with Weapon. There was a brief period where that wasn't horrible. It can still be ran in the current state of the game. There's just no reason to. If you want to do something like that, you're better off just using Empress. Empress is essentially just a superior version of that, except you have to have whatever your magicking thing is in last slot, rather than wherever you want. Well, actually, it's kind of ironic because for Sacrifice team, your main damage source had to not be last slot, but for an Empress team, your troop has to be last slot. So it's actually, I never thought about it like that, but Empress is basically inverse Sacrifice, where instead of having to have your useless troop in last slot, you have to have your main magic gainer in last slot. But that's basically what it is. They obviously function a bit differently. But Empress is basically modern Sacrifice, but inversely. What do I need here? I'll take that over. Oh, when is Isabel making her own channel? Yeah, she was on the stream with us earlier. Me and Ginky were both streaming Power World. Oh, he's gonna skull us. Do we care about that? I don't think so. Actually, we just go for that. Yeah, it was a ton of fun. We're all kind of tired, though. I think on average, between all of us, we had like 18 hours of sleep or something. Let's see. Not like any one of us. I mean, cumulatively between the 4. What do we even need here? Take that one over. His Cookie was with us too. I will throw that one down. And obviously Isabel. What do we need here? We'll take blue. They'll poke us, it's fine. Take blue again. Oh, no! Why'd I do that? I was thinking like, oh, he's not going to kill us there. He did. I'm not sure why I thought he didn't have enough damage. Yeah, green slime's pretty nice. Gains a bunch of stats. Converts to a bunch of purple. I was using it initially. I ended up dropping it for, I think, a second Zolgoth. Yeah, green slime works really well. I think on the Monday team video we even mentioned it with green slime. But I did opt for the second Zolgoth eventually at some point once we got deep enough. Because for the earlier fights it's nice for mana accumulation, but once we get later we want more insta-kill. As much as we can get just to kill them out as quickly as possible. I keep forgetting. That fire lizard isn't actually dangerous. I keep killing it out of instincts because it used to be able to loop pretty well. But ever since they changed its mechanic to fire gems, it creates way less gems, so it's not actually a loop threat. So I actually should leave it alive in this kind of team comp. Because it's way less a threat of what it used to be back in the day. Back in the day it used to be like Rockworm, but with burn. Now it's basically nothing, but with burn. Let's see. I'll take that one over. I just realized, I just resummoned the same troop I already have on my team, which I guess makes sense. We're bound... You know what we haven't seen yet? We have the ability to summon Zolgoth. We have not gotten a Zolgoth summon. Because that'd be funny if our Zolgoth dies, and then we replace it with Zolgoth. That's happened 0 times so far this weekend. In all fairness, the amount of times we've casted it hasn't really been that high. Especially given how many troops there are in Kakarot is like, what, 20-something? So 1 in however many 20-somethings there are. But yeah, we have not been able to summon a Zolgoth this whole weekend so far. Which is unfortunate. No, not really a big deal. Oh, there's the guy with Devour. That's who you would use if you had to go the super cheap team. He has a 20% chance to Devour per cast. That's relatively low, but all you needed to do is trigger once and you're good to go. Wow, speaking about once, first try. That is a... Honestly, we did pretty good luck-wise for Underspire this week. We're already going to have some time to find dead end rooms tonight. We don't even need to wait till tomorrow. We'll lantern this, we'll throw a normal torch at the final fight, and we're good to go. That's not too bad. I think we're still 100-something rooms, but it's also because we already preemptively took some dead end rooms as we sold them. But minusing those, I think that's a 90-something Underspire. So anything under 100 I'm pretty happy with. Definitely on the luckier side. Also, this fight still does not have... I think I mentioned this like almost every week, I feel like. But it's mostly just because it's such a glaring thing that's not correct. But this fight still does not have Rubraf, by the way. Which I'm pretty sure most of you are very aware of. It still drives me kind of crazy that, like, some of the things they fix and some of the things they don't fix. Like, some of the things they'll fix, like, near immediately. And some of the things they don't fix for literal months or years or forever. And that's one of those few weird things where it's like, it's so obvious it's not supposed to be like that. It's not even like, oh, this glitch is just a feature. Like, no, it's very obviously not supposed to be like that. Oh, nice, we got the AoE guy. Like, it's beneficial that they're not changing it. But it just seems so out of place. That, like, at the end of every single one, it's like, oh, you fight you fight a gem dragon, another gem dragon, and then all the way at the end, the second to last gem dragon you'd have to fight, it's like, nope, nothing here, no gem dragon. There's a bunch of random troops on a team. Oh, we got a double gold and a glory from there, or minor glory, the bronze one. All right, let's go finish out Underspire, and then we'll have 6 to go scout with. And then that means we'll have 12 to go scout with tomorrow for Easter. Hopefully we'll finally get our 3rd troop. You know what? If we somehow get it on Easter, I will hand out 5 codes tomorrow. Current the plan is 3, 2 normal ones, and what's it called? 2 normal codes and an Easter code for one of the old pets. But if we somehow get a legend from Underspire tomorrow, we will hand out 5 total codes. I really hope we do. We are so overdue for one. Who knows, maybe we'll get one for tonight. You know what? I'll make this deal. Assuming I have enough codes at any given time. I will hand out 2 extra codes on whatever stream we finally get the next Underspire legend. As long as it's not a duplicate. I should say specify a unique Underspire legend. But the next unique Underspire legend will hand out 2 codes on stream. Extra, on top of whatever we were going to do that stream. Assuming I have enough to physically do so. Alright, I'll take that one down. Which currently I do, thanks to a few from Genki, because she hasn't been able to stream as much. Alright, we'll throw that down and get a little bit of mana. As long as we get Zolgoth off, doesn't really matter how many things he kills. I say that, we do need Zolgoth to actually cast, though. And there we go. Underspire completed. Oh, exactly 100. Look at that. Even if you count dead end rooms, that's 100 on the dot. Nice. That's technically lower because we went deliberately out of our way for things that were obviously dead end. But that being said, let's go find some more things that are obviously dead ends. I feel like I already have a couple set up. Wow, honestly, this was a pretty clean Underspire this week. Alright, this is obviously double dead ends. Let's go for this one next. Alright, obviously we don't need Rubaroff anymore. Let me go replace that with, what's his name? Where is he? I was gonna do base rarity. It'll be the easiest way to find him. Yeah, we'll go with Elder Dragon. Do I need to change banner at all? Probably. I'm just gonna not do it, though. We'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Actually, it might just be better to stick with double Zulgoth. Because we're not really using this guy for anything. Like, even though this isn't as deep, I think we still just get better value from double Zulgoth. Especially when using this weapon instead of the other weapon. That'd speed it up a little. Yeah, at this range, I think it's still better just to double Zulgoth it. Oh wait, that's not the troop I thought it was. Whoops. I was casting that as if that's the, still the dragon. I was gonna say, since when could you target? Yeah, wrong troop. Yeah, I think I'm just switching it back to Zolgoth. Because I gotta go switch the weapon if I keep it like this, and change the banner, and do a bunch of other things. I'd rather just switch it back to Zolgoth and not have to deal with it. That way we could just double cast Zolgoth auto win. Alright, you made it back to the team, Zolgoth. A process of it would take too long to finish or to completely restructure our team. So we're just rolling with you. It's not like you're gonna even be that much slower, if slower at all. And now all we have to do is just double cast, assuming we don't completely miss with skulls. I could also Zolgoth them there, but there we go. Anything good? Nope. Alright, can we find one more dead end section today? That's not deep enough. That's not deep enough. Wow, we really don't have that many dead ends. Like, every dead end we found, we took as we were doing it. So there's, like, no dead ends to go for right now. I guess we'll do it for a section we already found Merchant in. So what section other than section 1 have we already found Merchant? Well, I guess we could still do section 1 as well. Because we know for sure there's no Merchant there. Let's double check some of the other sections. Okay, right here. What section is this one? This is section blue to green. So I could check there, but that's not worth it. Alright, that one's not even worth checking. There's not enough paths. We also found it in purple to blue. But I think we full scouted that floor, so there's nothing to check. Yeah, we full scouted it. So the only places that we found merchants, I guess we could check that one, but that's so deep. That's basically, that is literally final section, which would make the battles take so much longer. So yeah, I think we just go scout out the rest of floor 1 is our best bet here, because it's impossible that a merchant is there because you always guarantee have it on path. So we'll go down both of these routes. Yeah, we'll just go through all of the earlier sections then. Because the only other really good section to do is the final section, but the battles take too long there. Well, not too long, but you know what I mean. They take a bit longer. Not that much so, but enough so that, might as well just do it in the earlier section. Because last I recall, the rarity difference is not... Like there's no rarity difference between the sections. Ooh, double dead end. That is exactly what we're looking for right now. That's exactly how many torches we have left if both these are a fight that aren't lantern. Let's hope so. If any of you guys still have any other questions or anything want me to go over, do let me know. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to let him create some skulls. Oh, never mind. I killed him already. I did not think that through. Wait. I didn't Zolg off him because I was like, oh yeah, he'll create some skulls, but didn't really factor in he's in first slot. So he's going to immediately die. Hello, Mini! Welcome, welcome. If anyone still has any other question or anything want me to go over, do let me know. Because as soon as we finish this out, we're probably going to call it for tonight. Which is a little bit shorter than normal. But we will be making up for it tomorrow with the Easter. And tomorrow we'll be going over all the weekly spoilers, opening a bunch of vault keys, handing out a bunch of Easter codes while doing so. Well, technically one Easter code, but the rest are just normal general codes. We'll have more than normal. And just have a little bit of fun for Easter. Oh yeah, I need to go bring out the bunny ears too. We'll go wear a couple sets of bunny ears. Guys, I literally have a whole drawer that's literally just like holiday hats at this point. There's a few other things in there too, but literally 50% of the drawer are just holiday hats. Nothing but holiday hats. That's where I keep the Easter ears. Which I think I have like 4 or 5 different pairs now. At one point, we were adding an extra pair of ears every single year for like the anniversary of the channel. I think we stopped doing that after like 4 or 5 years because for the obvious reason of that's a lot of bunny ears to wear. It started to just get too annoying on the head. Now we go back to just wearing one. But there was a point where we're up to like 4 or 5 before we gave up. I think 2020 or 2021 was the last time we bothered. Just from the sheer amount becoming too many. And that's as far as we can get. But tomorrow's battles, we'll have 12 of them, and we'll use it to find every last dead end room remaining. And basically go through sections, so we'll do section 1, section 2, so on and so forth until we find them all. Anyways, guys, I think we're going to be wrapping it there for now. Don't forget, you get the free thing in game tomorrow for the 50 gems, whatever else it has. We'll be handing out an Easter code tomorrow night, same time as always, hour prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Aside from that, we'll go over all the weekly spoilers, finish up everything, and go from there. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, wonderful Easter if you celebrate, and any other holidays. And I will catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone.